Okay, let's go. All right, guys, when we talk about hands and feet, one thing that's really important is called provenance. Where is the form coming from? Because you guys might draw a good hand, a good feet, but it doesn't go with scale. You have to have scale. It has to come from someplace. The hand grows out of the arm. So we're going to draw the arm and make sure I'm on page. And draw the arm. We're going to come down here. This is some of the most beautiful parts of the body, too. All right, this is the bicep, forearm. Now, this is the muscle tissue. It's soft, it's softer, and then we're going to come in, and this is we're coming close to the bone. So that's how we use our line. Nice soft line, nice hard line. I'm going to come right down here. The hand is starting. I'm going to come right over, and there's a small bone here. I call it, it's a very technical term. It's called the bone of the hand. Can you retain that?
We'll
Okay.
try.
All right. I like to impress people with my technical terms. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Nice hard form here. And even if you don't see it, I can just make it out. Do that, because this is an important juncture right here. All right, now I'm going to throw it in a wedge. Just a plane, simple plane. And then I'm going to draw in my index finger. You always draw one finger, and the index is what I would like you to think about doing. Now I'm going to draw this in quickly. And everyone is going to have a different way of drawing their hands. We obviously have a joint here, and we have one here, but it's important that we know where that is. Now I'm going to lay this in because right here we have another plane, and now we have another plane. We have these three planes we have to be aware of. Now I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to just look up here and see if that's doable. And you don't have to measure so much. It's just, what I would rather have you just sense if it's we're here because we can draw stuff and we can see form. So I'm going to say, yeah, that could work. It looks like if I follow this pattern, it could work. There's one thing though, because this is going away from us. It's a perspective. It's just coming out. So I'm going to make this plane a little shorter, because it is. Now you understand, if we're like this, it would be bigger, and it gets smaller and smaller as it turns, okay?
Yep.
So we're cool with that, right?
Yep.
All right. If Judy's cool, we're cool. All right, this is interesting. Now, when you're drawing the hand and the foot, particularly, you have all license to do whatever you want. You're going to make this as beautiful as you esteem that should be. And we all have an aesthetic, and we all are going to go towards that aesthetic. And I'll talk about my aesthetic, but don't feel bad if you're not drawing that particular hand form and that particular way. This is the time when you want to embellish. Okay, now I've worked on this Gizmo so many times. What do I find an attractive finger? What do I find an attractive finger? That could be maybe a little heavy. Now I'm going to come over here. This is how I'm going to suggest you do it. You're going to do a indication here, and then put the form in, or it could be just this softly. You don't have to labor this. I like to do this, and you may just try to do this. This is beautiful right here. You may just try it. Do it my way. What the hell? Just do it my way. All right. So now I love the little finger because it usually is animated in such a beautiful way. It kind of turns in. So I can hardly wait to draw a little finger. and it has just a wonderful feel to it, you know. I'm going to turn him out a little bit, although, yeah, he's turned in a little bit like that. And, you know, it just has a nice feel to it. And these guys are usually just whatever. I'm going to open them up a little bit. I will put one finger in front of the other. There we go. Could be. All right, there we go. Now, generally, when we draw the thumb, it's hard to say. It depends how it comes together. But if it's in the air, it's over here. If it's closer, it's down here. But just draw it any old, what you see is fine. If you don't see the thumb, put it in anywhere, because the tip of the thumb makes hand. It's remarkable. So if you're going to paint, that little flick of paint makes the hands just work that much better. Now, when you do the thumb, I want you to do the lima bean, and I have a bunch of lima beans. I will give a lima bean to everyone. You lucky people. It's your very own. And Judy brought them in. Thank you, Judy. What do we say to Judy?
Thank you, Judy.
There you go. There you go. So you're going to learn to draw that lima bean, folks. If you can draw a lima bean, you can draw the toe. This is the toe. You can draw the thumb. Now, in my talk, I'm giving a talk next Tuesday about the history and the art of drawing. I will show you where I got this from Leonardo da Vinci. No, it was Michelangelo. It wasn't. I didn't discover it, but you know, you see with these dudes, they do these things over and over again, and you can come away with them. So there's my thumb. That could be. You see, they're about the same, right? And you can do it. And if you learn to do it, you can draw the lima bean any way you want. Just keep that in mind, because you want that little this knuckle here. You want that knuckle. See, you learn to draw, and you don't even think about it. You just do it. Anytime that comes up, you do it. And I'm going to ask you, when you do draw it, draw through the form. We're always talking about that. We're going to draw through the form. Okay, voila. Voila. And then we have a hand. Now, this could be good, bad, and different. I don't know. I'd have to get away. Maybe this is a little heavy here. I can make that a little bigger. Doesn't matter. This is important, is that we have a nice cadence, something going through here. How we construct it, it's really important. Oh, one thing I forgot, we have the palm of the hand. The palm of the hand. So this comes over and it tips. Okay, boom. Just put that in, that's really important. Okay, I'm going to do the other hand quickly. All right, let's start again. You notice I have a pretty good size. You don't want to get too small because this is complicated. Oh, there's a nice, you see that's a real nice muscle pattern right here. And it comes in with another beautiful form. And then I'm coming down here, and it's a beautiful, we're coming into our harder area. I'm going to come right over. I'm going to draw through. Oh, I love that. I've got a diapositive, or a slide of Michelangelo, you won't believe, where everything that he's drawn is distinct and has a real personality. I just love this thing. You look at it and you just want to draw, you know what I mean? You can hardly wait to draw. See, Michelangelo taught me everything I'm doing here. Okay? Well, I taught him. Okay, we've got provenance. We know the size, we know what's happening, we know everything. Okay, now when we turn the hand, what's really important is the palm of the hand. There's two forms. I'm going to draw them out immediately. This is the same for the foot when it's upside down, exactly the same. We draw these two forms. Now that's what gives it personality. Okay? Now I'm going to lay it in so I get the scale. So I can see if I'm doing okay. I'm just going to lay it in. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. There is another thing. When it's foreshortened, a little foreshortened, You can take the liberty to make it a little longer because it just gives it more beauty. It just makes it a little more graceful. You don't have to kill yourself to do foreshortening when you're doing hands. It's just not that big a deal. Now I'm going to live with that hand. I like it, so I'm going to live with it. All right, let's go. Now I'm going to draw my lima bean. Lima bean. And this has a real nice form to it. I love this when it does this. It's kind of cheeky. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then it turns in a little bit. You know, when you learn to draw a little bit of the hands and foot, you can hardly wait to draw the hand and the foot. Okay, there's my thumb. And I'm going to find, this is another angle here. Nice change of pace. I'm going to go over there. I have the knuckle right behind the finger. And I'm going to get a nice half turn here. And then I'm going to pull it down. Ho, ho, la, 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 la. I'm going to make it just a little shorter. See, I love that. You see that? See that, you guys? I did that. Thank you. Thank you. See, these are all the thought processes we go through. You know, what do I want to say? Oh, I make that a little bigger. What do I want to say? What do I care about? You know, what's beautiful? What's beautiful there? What do I, you know, what's it all about? All right, I kind of like that form. I'm going to keep that a little heavier. Okay. See, how many fingers? 1, 2, 3. We have one up here. Three, and we have one more over here. I don't like that junction. So, what do I do? I think I'll put it down here. It's a little finger. Let's see how that's working out. Yeah, it could be. Could be. All right, I'm going to pull this over the palm of the hand. Actually, it comes in like that. I come down here, and there we go. I am going to make that bigger even. I am. Okay. Now this, you want to make sure that comes right in. There's a nice hard. It's a nice soft. Okay. All right, that's it. That's a big show. Let's, any questions here? No questions?
Yeah,
No?
maybe it's my perspective, but the index finger seems awfully wide, and the thumb
Right here?
yeah, and the thumb seems not wide enough at the top.
Here?
But yeah, no, up here. Doesn't seem like it's wide enough.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, actually,
Oh.
it does go in a little bit
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh, but I see from where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Right down.
That's a good point. You know, you draw, and then you get away, and you say, "Oh my God, I did this, I did that." You don't see it at all, but you don't see everything right away. But this is a way to how to. Okay, it's the way how to, and you guys will find your finger or your form that is attractive. Okay, let's go quickly. Provenance. You're going to find out how the wrist comes together. We're going to find our little, it's over here on this one. I get confused. So, and then we're going to draw 1, and 2, and 3. And we're going to see if that goes with this form. We're going to draw one finger. And then we're going to draw the little finger, and then we're going to send those out. You'll see if we have to come in, we'll come in. Okay? We go like this, da-da-da-da-da. And the little finger is here, and there we go. And then we go in and we draw eventually the thumb. Okay? That's it, piece of cake, piece of cake. All right, let's, everybody ready? Okay, let's go. Provenance. Da-da-da, drawing through. This is a fun part here. All right, you're going to come down and you're going to stop your leg right here, right at the angle here. We're going to do our ankles, and the ankles are like a roof on a house. The inside is higher, the outside is lower. Okay, this always has that angle. That's a little low maybe. All right, so we're here at this junction. What you want to do is you can see where there's a kind of a crease there. This is called the stirrup. The top of the forearm, it's a stirrup. Okay? Now we come down, we draw that, we draw this, so we come down, and there is a bone on the toe that's right here. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. And you're going to put that in because we need this space, and I'll show you when I do the other. We need to have this space. We always make the foot too short, too small. All right, now I'm going to do my lima bean. And that has a real nice movement. It's going just a little bit to the left, to my left. And there's my toe, and I'm going to put the pad of the foot. I'm going to go, there's a pad back here. Now I see when I move a little bit to the right, I can see a heel. I'm just going to do that. If you can do that, that really makes foot. Okay, now I'm going to draw the next toe. Now I like to do a Rubens foot. So I always make the second toe bigger because I like this movement. See? So that's me. That's how I draw it. You can draw however you want. I just find the aesthetic is very nice. I'm not going to draw everything here. It's not necessary. I'm going to come over here. There's a pad to the foot here. We're going to put that in. Stirrup, pad of the foot, stirrup. That's a little too big. There we go. Now, you know what I did? I made a foot too small for the leg. I really screwed up. So I'm going to start over. I'm going to make this bigger. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make that a little bigger. There we go. I'm going to make this a little bigger, a little more aggressive. Voila. And it turns under here. I really like that. We'll put a bigger toe here. One here. And here. And I'll pull this over. Now that goes better with that leg. That's even too big. Okay, there we go. The stirrup section here, your toes. This is what I find attractive. And I'll do the other foot right away. I'm going to move this, Larry. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. Da-da-da-da-da. Knee form. I'm going too fast. I've got to take a deep breath here. I'm trying too hard. I don't want you guys to lose time, and so I always, when I draw the ankle, I always draw through, and then you go like this. You go like that. That's how you paint. You draw through, and you just take it into the mass. And that really gives you form. That's a big secret. Big secret. All right, let's go down here. Now, what I'm going to ask you nicely to always try to draw, this will help you to really draw the foot, is to get this nice straight here. That's generally how they're built. And anytime you come down to the foot here, you get right angles. Don't go, it's round, it looks round. Every time you do a round, your foot does not look right. It just doesn't. So just keep this in mind. If you get a nice angle in here, you're going to have more success with your foot. Okay, I see. I'm going to have to come up here a little bit just to coincide for the size here. So that's not difficult. The stirrup. This is good lighting because you can actually see the stirrup. Generally, you don't even see it, but this is a stirrup. This is the pad of the foot. See, it goes like this. Okay. Look for the bone of the foot. It's right here. That's cool. That's cool. And now I'm going to just draw my lima bean. Again, I'm going to find a toe I like, something I find attractive. There's a nice, you want to make sure that, remember we were talking about the pad of the hand? The pad of the hand. This is what this is right here. This is going under. All right, now I'm going to open up this toe and bring him down and around. That's so pretty. Got a nice slender form in there. Boy, I sure did a good drawing, didn't I? My goodness. So there we go. Now we have a nice form in here. Okay, there we go. Now you get back. One thing it's so true with the feet and hands. We never think we draw them well. It's the next day when you go back and you look at it that you say, "Hey, it wasn't so bad. I was difficult with myself." It's something that's weird. It's just that way. There's so many things to think about that we lose confidence. Okay, there we go. That seems I got that one a little better. All right, you understand? I'm going to say it once more. Provenance. You're going to make sure that we try to get this. If we don't do these angles, and we do this, and then we do this, it's actually like this. Every student does this. This is what happens there. It just doesn't work. This doesn't work. Here we have, Jen has a foot like this. Now, if I'm going to draw what she has here. I'm going to draw, and it comes out, and it goes just like that. Which, okay, fine. If I was doing a portrait of her foot, I would do that because that's your foot. But the beauty comes from this, the change of pace. Change of pace. Change of pace. And a lot of the feet are like this. So I'm just telling you, heads up. If you find it looks weird, it's too round. All right, any questions? All right, let's go. You know what? That's a good point because I think for you guys, we should start with a pencil. We should start with a pencil. Now this is, the Primo. We're going to, okay, the Primo is a wonderful, you can use a charcoal, but you want to get a really dense, a number 6 and 4, not a number 2. And you don't want to leave a trace. You don't want to have something like this because with this paper, it's indelible. You can't get rid of it. So I'm going to show you how to use this. I'm going to pull this down, see if we're on. Yeah, let's do this. Excuse me?
The 6?
Yeah, 6 is the best. And if you do a Primo, you can just touch the paper. It's fabulous, just fabulous. Okay, let's go. I'm going to lay this in. I'm just going to lay this in now. Is someone talking? Is that Judy? Is that Judy? I knew it. 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 Remember I said 3/4? So I'm laying in a 3/4 drawing. We just don't have time to do more. I like the way that moves in space. See, I'm just tickling the paper. Just tickle it. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Okay? Make sure you get your horizontals right perfectly on. I'm going to get scale here with the nose. You notice how I'm drawing the nose in there, right? Okay? And it's on the same horizontal. Now here, I'm going to put the tip of the nose, the eye cavity, And I'm going to place my eye right here. I'm going to come over. It's my iris. See how close it is to the nose? You want to get the nose in there and then find your eye, okay? There we go. And this should be, you should be spend 70% of your time up here. 70%. This is really important because your scale of the whole painting now is taking place right here. Now you see the eye socket so much bigger than the eye? This is actually your eye socket right here. And I'm going to get a nice, beautiful shadow right here. I want to define her eyelid. And this is a beautiful cast shadow right in here. Go for it. Go for it. One eye over. Draw the eye. This is the most important thing because you want these irises to look at they're looking in the same direction. Maybe that's a little big. I'm just going to keep drawing. Let's keep this on the same line. And make that a little bigger, that a little higher. And so I am going to make a choice of what eye I care about, and I think it'll probably be this one, and I'll do more finishing on this eye than the other. Now this can go into nothing. I mean, I can completely erase it, and I'll still have a placement if I want. So I'm doing the nose because I want to get scale. And I'm going to lay in my shadow right away. All right, now I'm going to put the lip form. And this has to go right on line. And we have a nice form in here. I want to make sure this has a gray mask because I can read it better. It looks like the scale with the eye could be pretty good. And we're over here. And we're over here. And there we go. Now I'm going to come over here. The descriptive line is right here. It's right here. Now there's no secret here. You just have to draw it. She has that beautiful jawline. Comes in here. Now this is all halftone. And because we're low, the forehead is going to be smaller. I'm happy because I see her ear. I love the ear. You want to get the ears if you can because they make a wonderful horizontal read. All right, so we're almost there. I mean, this is scale for the whole drawing again. I'm going to put it in my hair mask. And I'm going to find out the ear, make sure I'm okay with the ear. It's too high, Stephen. You blew it, baby. You blew it. It's down here. I did that to show you guys that even I can make a mistake. I know it's hard to believe, but... All right, now I'm going to find what my neck form is here. This is the line. Comes through here. And this is my ear. And do I like that? Is that going to work? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe too far. I'm going to pull that in. I'm not going to worry about it, okay? That's enough. So now I'm going to take I'm going to come down a little bit here. I'm going to take a reed. And I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to go to my model. 1, 2. And we end up right here on the nipple. And I'm going to put my form in here. It's important we have that distance. It's the most important. Shadow. Notice how this is it's really, I'm using the side. It looks stronger than it is. I'm going to make this just a little smaller. I'm going to be stopping here pretty soon because I don't want to take too much time, but I'll show you the system. And here, let's draw. I'm going to find where that wrist starts. It's a little lower. So I'm going to draw the hand. We just did a hand. Now this is foreshortening. You just draw, when you do your finger, you just draw like you do the leg when it comes out. Just draw it and go like this. You got a foreshortened finger. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. All right, I want to get one finger over here just because we talked about hands, right? And the top of the hand, and I'm going to get an angle, just a nice, voila. That's about it. I'm going to pull that in a little shorter. Anytime you have material, take your material and have it just express how it's moving through space. All right, that's that. This is coming over. That's not important. I'm not going to do the other hand. It's going to take too much time. I can block it in. You want to block it in. There you go. You could work. That's workable. I make my hands always bigger when they're in the foreground, always bigger. And it's that much bigger. So you always make it bigger because it will diminish a little when you do your drawing. So let's get going into the next step, the next stage, right away without messing around. I want you to come down here and prime the pump. And we're going to prime the pump up here too.
Is that just the regular charcoal?
This is a regular, but I'm going to go with a condensed charcoal a little bit because sometimes you get a better gray. That's going to be up to you, but
You're mixing them?
yeah, I mix them. Okay, here we go. A little Guillermo. Ready to go. And let's go here. I'm going to go, I want to get, see, there's my halftone. There's my halftone. Okay? I'm going to come down here. There's my halftone. That's the depth you want right there. That wasn't very good. Just a minute. Don't go away. What is this? Oh, that's a little more, that's a little richer. There we go. All right, so let's go. Oh, there we go. All right, now we can boogie. The next step, please try to keep this in mind. The next step is to go with your eraser. Go with your eraser and look for your planes. One of the major planes is right here. I'm going to get the highlight because I want to keep that nice dense gray matter there. So I'm going to get my highlight right in the middle of the form. And the top of the nose. So here's a plane. So you'll have your halftones. These are halftones in light and halftones in dark. This helps you to draw. It helps you to see the form. We sense form really well because we're artists. And this just helps you to define. So when I'm doing this, I'm saying, wow, there's a plane right there, and I want it to turn here and turn there. And I want a plane that's taking the light right here and just gradually becoming a little less aggressive, and then a real nice cut right here. Okay. Now we get our chin. And I'm going to do this. And clean up this side. And then we go away from the form. We go away. Yeah, I know, David. We're running out of time. All right, I think I'll do the portrait, and then you can figure out the rest. Okay, now I'm going to go with my Vine charcoal because it's forgiving. I can come in here, do my form. There's a beautiful cast shadow here I want to get. And you go like this, see? See? Now we own this, we own the shadow there. And we're going to get this form in here. There's your halftone, and as I come down, I have a real sharp edge right here. Just lay in the nostrils, but very, very subtly. Just a little bit. Don't overdo that. And this is our cast shadow that we're going to use. I'm going to come right over the top of the lip. There's our darkest dark right there. And I want this line right here. Okay. I'll come back to that. Okay, let's do our darkest dark right here. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful. See, we have our halftones are already installed. The dark over here. Beautiful dark right here. And I'm going to turn the form. Okay. I love this. You see how that size? I love that size. I love her eyes. Tremendous. And this gives you form. Just the eyebrow will give you form. A little bit of eyebrow here. No, I like the lip when it's kind of light like that, because in reality that's what happens, and it turns under here and then it goes dark there. I love it when it takes light there. It's so much fun to paint. So just be okay with that if you don't mind. Think about it. Here's the edge of the form, edge of the form, edge of the form, da 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 da. Now we play it into this. I'm going to put my darkest dark. I'm going to turn over here. Yeah, I screwed up the ear. See, you've got to get your darks and your halftones, and then you come in and you do your lights. This is just a massive, beautiful dark. Let it be. Just let it be. This is hair. Just soft, 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 soft. And the ear is maybe right in here. I'm going to just put a nice bunch of dark back in here. Okay. This all does not have to be articulated, what's here. You can put one form in here, and you're going to establish a nice linear pattern, and then maybe some hair form. Keep this quiet. My cast shadow is, the cast shadow, it starts down here, it goes dark, and then it goes into the mass. Okay, there you go. All right, ear, I'm going to put a little bit of hair down here because I like it when it goes around. I'm going to get a little descriptive line, line for line. We love it. We love it. And now let's go in and just finish that. I'm going to go in and use my white because I'm in a kind of a hurry. Right, the top of the form is right here. And that's not reading very well. And I'm going up here. It's not reading, I don't know why.
Who will he blame, I wonder?
Pardon?
Who will he blame, I wonder?
Oh, you.
Me? Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I will blame you. Definitely. Immediately. Let's put the side on the nose, just over here. Take that down. And over here. All right, we're almost there. It's goofy. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm going to come over here. Excuse me, 1 second. That's ungracious. The lip is not pretty. I'm going to have to get that going. That's not working very well there, is it? This isn't either. So let's go with our lights here. Our lightest light here. Lightest light here. And our lightest light right up here. Have to put the nostril in to then indicate the horizontal of the nose. There we go. There, that's it. That's the way to go, Stephen. I'm going to hit this a little harder. Just a little harder. And let's get this guy over here a little more. And that's going to be almost it for the demo. We don't have a lot of time. Descriptive line. Get a nice dark in here. Take it into the universe. And let's use this system now. Just, I think we can almost maybe just do a portrait with the time we have. Okay? Any questions? Yep.
We have an hour.
Well, no, do the whole drawing, but if you only come up with a portrait, that's fine.
I meant if you wanted to demonstrate some.
No, that's not necessary. That'll take an hour is not long, Judy. Believe me. By the time you get it laid in. So here, you go like this now. You have your gray mass. You have your gray mass. We have our lights. You clean up over here. This is the top of the form. This is 70% right here. You go and find your cast shadow. Push it going up, Steve. Excuse me? Okay, sorry. David, excuse me.
What's that?
It's your job.
What's that?
Tell me if it's.
Oh, yeah, you beat me to it.
Jesus, David. You know you
I'm
can be.
slacking today.
You can be replaced. Sorry.
I know.
Just so you know
I
it.
gotta be on my,
Yeah.
on my
I'll say.
toes.
I'll say. I'm doing this for Judy because she intimidates me. I'm totally intimidated by Judy. See.
Now we don't have any time left.
I knew it.
There you go.
I knew it. 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 Hey, never do it. Never make her happy. Never she happy. Never. But you see how quick it is once you get going? That's really quite quick, right? Right. Descriptive line, descriptive line, descriptive line, descriptive line, descriptive line, and we're home free. About. So this is a little too abrupt. Just use your finger, and we'll get the top of the form. Clean this up, and that's it. That's the big show. That's the big show. This line comes in. I like that better. There we go. And there's a nice bend in there. That's too much.
Exaggerate your lines just a tad.
What lines?
Your figure lines. Which is
These lines, that lines? What lines, Judy?
well, the line on the left.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Now I'll show you what I'll do here because I put that in because I just like that better. I'm gonna eat into it. I'm gonna just go. See, it's in the light section. See, I'll just go into it. Now that's the line that's alive. You see, it's moving. It's in and out. Anytime you're over in the light, you just let it be. Just let it be. You see, here we're gonna keep a nice heavy line. See, over here. I got a slide, an image of Michelangelo to die for. This dude was so good. And you see when it's projected up there, we'll talk about it, you'll see it as just blow you away. And we can do that. We can come up to a level, comparable. I find that really fantastic. But everything I'm talking about here, they've already done it, but that's it.
Steve did.
I'm gonna
Yes,
take a
thank
break,
you.
okay?
Yeah, well, sure.
And then we'll figure out how to do that.
You're
Yeah,
a genius.
no, yeah, I wasn't around then. I know that's hard to believe.
In those days, they had to have some.
Yeah, they did. They dissected a lot.
Yeah.
To see where everything-
Yeah. No, but you can dissect all you want. Good
Yeah,
luck.
right.
You can have the whole thing there. The thing is, I want to, when that slide comes up in the talk, I'll explain what we take away from it. I mean, he's done it. We don't care where he came from or whatever. But what he gives us, what these guys give us, it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Is that the way